There's been a trend on social media about the passport bros. Hilarious and ridiculous to me at the same time. So the concept is that the passport bros are going to foreign lands to find them a wife because apparently they don't appreciate or think that black women in the United States are good enough. So they're going to travel to the far lands with their passports and they're going to go seek and look out wives, potential partners, because black women in the United States or in England or wherever are not good enough.
And that right there is her problem. That's the main issue that she has, is she can't stand the fact and look in the mirror that men are leaving because of the women. They never want to be held accountable. They never want to be the problem. It just has to be something wrong with the men. And I noticed that she tried to big women up at the same time while she was saying that men are running away from them. I found that very interesting.
There's been a lot of fuss and kerfuffle. My thing is, if they want to go ahead and do that, go right ahead. Listen, these are gentlemen who clearly can't figure it out, get emotional intelligent enough, get their money up enough to compete with other men here for women like us.
Nobody's competing for women like you. You women are the ones that slammed into the wall. You were the hot girl 20 years ago. So to just put yourself and wrap yourself around in the category of the guys who have those things, money, and got their game up, or got their supposed emotional intelligence up, those guys that you met, they're not looking at you. You guys are invisible as well. They're messing with the nice baddie coming, straight out of college. You know what I'm saying? Probably 23, 24, 22. That's what those dudes that you're talking about are actually going for. They're not going for you. I don't know what she's talking about. She's just trying to big herself up for no reason.
So I'm saying, let them go ahead. It's not like we're going to be missing out on the cream of the crop of things. Let them go right ahead. Instead of them trying to figure out the nuances of black women, while we're in this state of flux right now with each other, go in deeper in figuring out what they need to do to get their way up by way of emotional intelligence, their money, their education, why they don't like women so much. Because let me tell you something, there's a lot of misogyny in that, right?
That's the easy way out. And notice that she just gives this to the men. Says that men need to figure out how women are, have emotional intelligence. No. How about you figure out what men are into, what men like? But that's the problem, because once you figure those things out, you will know immediately that it's not about you. And let's not take one morsel of attention away and let all of the attention be on somebody else other than the women, other than you. It's a problem. If the men get any type of shine, they pull out, they pull back. They absolutely they're disgusted by it. And it's proven right here. Like no accountability, no responsibility. They want the accountability of children, and it's sick. It's crazy.
And the crazy thing is that these men, most of them are not even traveled. So they don't even understand and realize that when you go to foreign countries, that the way things are set up are not like the United States. So ignorant, like incredibly ignorant. So you want to go to a foreign country and impose your American ideals on a foreign woman so that she can be your partner.
No, it's not that we have to impose our will on women, men in general that travel. They don't have to. Those women are going to acquiesce to the men, because in those countries, it's the opposite. Your mindset in your crazy Lululemon brain, it's not like that. They don't have that same mindset. They know that that's a man. Man is a leader, and they look for certain characteristics, and they're easy. They're just easier to deal with. Not easy to sleep with, but to deal with in general. You women in the West are easy to sleep with. All you got to do is dangle a Ferrari around, dangle around some keys, look good, slick talk you enough, and dudes got the box, within a few hours or within a day. And if you tried to run any game on him or any other guy that you're looking for or you're talking about, those guys are going to kick you to the curb. They're not even going to look at you. So that's if you had a shot, and you probably did 20 years ago. But yeah, this is so crazy, man. Like just dodging accountability left and right.
This simplistic, foolish way of thinking. So women, for all of those men who say black women are difficult, that we're this, we're that, like somehow we're a monolith, right? Again, instead of going inside and trying to understand why we are having a tough time with each other, you're going to jump on a plane, avoid all of the work and the inner workings you need to do on yourself to now take your toxicity and your bullshit to a foreign country to find another woman. Now, again, please don't get on my page telling me about how I'm in the discriminatory and people have a right to have their preference. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ignorant people, the ignorant men who are talking down and talking crap about black women, but then will go to a foreign country and pick up somebody else because they don't want to do the work and because they're too lazy and ignorant to figure out why nobody fancies them here to begin with.
That's exactly the projection that you're giving. And even at the end, it sounded like you were kind of quivering or you weren't really sure about what you were saying in the end of your sentence. But that just goes to show you that all those things that you said to the man, that you say to these guys, you say to the passport bros, you can literally say to yourself. Because why? Have you asked yourself? Because you want to just give us the whole load, have us figure out your lives. It doesn't work that way. Why are men flying out? But she's never asked herself why men are flying. If dudes are literally willing to fly away, that just goes to show you there's something wrong with the women in the West, that guys are just not going to deal with their nonsense. Of course, you're going to shield them and say that they're, you know, sugar spice, everything nice, but that's an absolute lie. But, you know, you got this, you know, Michael Jackson, Beyonce thing look going on. I don't know. It's a combo, but we'll keep going.
You guys go ahead. Have an amazing day. Love and light. Cheers. Amazing day. Love and light. Cheers.
Yeah, she's absolutely triggered, absolutely upset. And this is actually what happens when you get left behind. And that's the thing. She had her time back in the day. Now she's still in England. She's the man that she's always wanted to be. She's a boss babe. She's, you know, appears that she's in some type of a luxury car or like a you know, C+ version of one. And she's got her, you know, wig from the countries of these women that men are going to travel. She's hating on that, but she's wearing their hair. And she just has nothing but, you know, dodging accountability and gripe to have with men. And you're exactly why guys are leaving. This is exactly why. No accountability, no inward thinking, telling the men what to do, wanting to have the control to tell the men what to do, like they're her son or something, and she's a single mother, instead of looking inward and say, dang, guys are really flying away. If women were flying away, then you can have this conversation. These points would be valid if women were flying away, but guys are flying away and guys have the money. So to sit up and say that, oh, well, you guys need to get your money up. Those guys that fly away, traveling ain't cheap. So they're definitely getting their bread up. But it didn't stop at this, guys. It got worse. Check out this clip.
A lot of black men be talking about how y'all want stay-at-home wives. Y'all can't afford stay-at-home wives. Y'all can't even pay the whole rent by yourself.
Ma'am, what the hell are you talking about? You're on Section 8 and you've been on Section 8 for like the last 30 years. We all know your rent is like $22. So what are you talking about? He can't pay the rent unless he goes around the corner where you found him hanging out in front of the liquor store, boozing it up. And if that's your type of man, yeah, he'll take that $22 and he'll split it and he'll drink up $11 worth, and then he won't be able to pay for all the rent. These women, man, you guys are cooked.
Black men are not that guy. They are not the guy who's going to cherish you, protect you, care about you, treat you like a lady. They're going to workhorse you, run you into the ground, get you upset, make you argue, make you curse them out for little stuff.
The only reason you would be cursing those guys out is because you're like the equivalent to a NBA team's bench player trying to talk and act like you're in the circle with the starters. And that is the problem. And the guy that you guys have in your head, this build a ninja, he never turns out to be what you want him to be, which is your little plaything. And that's why you say that African-American men or black men are not it. They're not that guy because you've never been able to find that guy because you've never been able to find your place. And that's on the bench, meaning side chick.
Most black men are not financially stable enough to date. Most of them are broke.
Cap. Incorrect. Men act like they're broke around you because what they believe you offer shouldn't be paid for, which is some used up box. But keep telling yourself that. maybe you'll make yourself feel better. I don't know.
But a lot of these child-free men will use the fact that they don't have kids as the carrot to take advantage of as many black women as they can.
Translation: I have a child of my own, and I'm upset because the guys that I actually could see myself with that are childless and single, they only use me for sex only. And I'm also mad because I don't have any leverage against them. We're not in an actual relationship, and I don't like the way it makes me feel when I have to take this L.
White men have no problem finding feminine black women who don't have kids. They have no problem finding these unicorns that black men can't seem to find to save their life.
Well, this is a controversial take, but the thing is, those white men that got those women that were supposed unicorns weren't actually unicorns. The thing is, those women probably looked at them as the highest man that they look at, which is their boss. The only one they will submit to nowadays, modern women, is their boss. So that white man reminds her of the boss. That's why she appears to be a unicorn. She appears to be traditional in everything that black men are looking for. So why are we leaving? That is one thing that women want to skirt accountability on, not ask themselves, never have these conversations whatsoever, or these thought-provoking thoughts, and explain them to themselves, because they love and they're programmed to blame everything on men. They want to give men the entire burden. But I think, honestly, this woman in this last clip, what really hit home, I think the main concern in a lot of women is that black men is what they actually want. That's their first choice. And the guys that are out here, the guys that they will go for, they're just offering them penis and nothing else. They're just getting D, and they're not getting relationships. And I think deep down, that bothers these women. They're very sensitive. They latch on to certain words and they run with it, and they go right to their feelings and emotions, and that's what comes out first. But yeah, man, it's just getting crazy out here. This is why guys are leaving, because women just don't seem to give a damn, and they just want to put the burden on our shoulders. And guys don't have to do that. And it's been so long when women have, told men what to do, probably ran men. She probably has run men out of her life and tried to run him or them in their house, in her household. But guys are out of here, man. Like, the West is like completely cooked.
I'm in for rehab, I wanna relax. Girl, you understand my needs and I believe that. Detox and revamp, things you do with your hands. You know I need that rehab. I'm in for rehab, I wanna relax. Girl, you understand my needs and I believe that. Detox and revamp, things you do with your hands. You know I need that rehab.